tour Super Bowl goes through Austin. It's the Chiefs and the Jets under the lights on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the fastest rising cities in the U.S. For the right to take a trip to Las Vegas for a star-studded Super Bowl 58. We are underway here in the AFC Championship game. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Jets. In a game of this magnitude, it's always good to get out to a great start. But a game of this magnitude, you go up early, that's a big deal.
It's a huge deal. Psychologically, you now have the advantage as well as on the scoreboard. And also, it's a settling effect for your team. You're in it now. You've got the lead. Let's just go play some more ball.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done.
And right off the bat, look at him lay out there and make the ground. 13 yards on the game's opening play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mahomes going to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Quentin Williams gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Still going. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Marquez Valdes-Scantling, 63 yards. And the Chiefs are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Jets offense ready to take over, and they do so behind the now 40-year-old quarterback. He hit that milestone back on December the 2nd. Here is Aaron Rodgers.
There have been very few quarterbacks in the NFL who have been as consistent throughout their career as Aaron Rodgers. He's been good for so long, and we've seen no decline in his skills. His accuracy and arm strength continue to elevate the talent around him, and his in-game mistakes, few and far between.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Stopped and handed a loss by Willie Gay that time. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They run it again with Cook. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 18. Getting the ball is Cook running left. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Holding offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Cook following the penalty. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. Well, a good productive run there on first down. He winds up getting 8. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. 45 yards rushing for him now. A great start to this AFC title game. They'll run with Cook. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. 3rd down, here's a run by Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference.
He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Jets' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent.
The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38 as they've got it as we resume action. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Quinnen Williams, so hard to block, and he shows it that time, making the tackle for loss. Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll get about 3 out of that, up to the 39-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
That is caught. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 2nd catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a 1st down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. And he's got this down to the 35. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a 1st down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that'll be caught by Tony.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Butker's kick here is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble, bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Jets first down with ease as they'll wind up getting 9 there on 4th and 5. To throw, it's Rodgers. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a touchdown. Garrett Wilson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jets are able to extend their lead. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And out come the Chiefs now. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by Tony. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line. AFC title game, second quarter action, 2 minutes to play. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Throwing now is Mahomes. In trouble, and he's taken down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Here's Hardman to return. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Jets will take over. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football. And they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for them. Touchdown! Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. Well, the Jets continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Zuerlein good with a PAT, and the lead is up to 18 now. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, breach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And his drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
On the carry, here's Smith. And they'll get him down here at the 23. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Hardman on the return. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Jets will take over first and 10. Well, once again, here comes Garrett Wilson in the Jets offense, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown! 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Jets continue to pull away here in this first half. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Connection made on the out route to Valdez-Scantling. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. On first down, Mahomes. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Here's Mahomes to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Rice. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Tucker's kick here is good, and they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Likely time for one final snap as they start out first and 10. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their 25-yard line. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime are saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. John Franklin Myers, his second sack of the night. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Mahomes. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fielded at the 20. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now this offense and Garrett Wilson headed back out. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral. Because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdowns.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. 2nd down, they go right back to Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Rodgers going to throw. And that is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he comes back with one complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now here's Mahomes. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Carl Lawson in there to drop him, and that is the 7th time tonight that he has gone down. Butker's kick here is good, and the deficit falls under 20 now. It's a 19-point game. So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s, and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear if they want to close this gap.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Well, once again, here comes Garrett Wilson in the Jets offense. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. You never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
At the 25-yard line.
Here's Cook again. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. This one finds Wilson downfield. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 46 yards. 1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC. Back now in Austin. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. Back-to-back 2-yard losses, and that sets up a tough 3rd and 14. Left side, Cook. There's the stick. Now Cook hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnover.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done. Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape. Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And that's incomplete. Second and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. And he's got it down to the 28. And the officials here are going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
And that's the kind of run you get when you know Super Bowl berth is in sight. They got the lead. It's the second half. All those weeks of wear and tear in your body just go away. He's running with purpose now, and that's a heck of a run.
5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
And the Jets are going to the Super Bowl as we say thanks for watching and good night. And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.